back to another week of Channel Control. All the way over there, BC is finally here.
I'm here. I'm in the house. What's going on? What's popping? What's up?
I thought you were actually starting to hate the audience like this one.
Oh, man. The audience, he does hate the audience.
Like
He's such a dick.
I've just been rubbing off on him like a lot.
Oh,
Look, if you can't notice, I have one belt. I have two belts. I'm very, very busy.
I mean, you got to defend them across the universe.
Exactly. The other day, I was in Galaxy G7 8492.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. I had to take on... And I destroyed him.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. He was a
Okay.
heavy favorite, too.
He was.
That's awesome.
He would cut him in
right.
half with a spear.
Yeah.
And when I say cut him in, like, literally, there are now two of him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's the species.
All right, so the man, the myth, the legend is fighting other galaxies. That's BC.
At
The
Real
Reed.
Jackass BC, RALJACKASS.
All right. Matt, for what? This is the third week in a row?
Third week in a row. Yeah. I even
Amazing.
brought someone here, too.
Fantastic.
I know. And now I'm like, you guys got yourselves a Greek sandwich over here. You know, I'm in between you guys. We got, you're the toasted bun. You're the not as toasted bun. You're toasted on the inside.
He's pumpernickel.
Bruh.
And
2018, can't say that.
I didn't say anything.
I
just thought about it.
am Rob. How you doing? What's going on? Subscribe to our channel. I need ramen noodles. And I need YouTube to keep paying me my freaking 50 cents a month. So subscribe, get us up to 1,000, and maybe I'll give something away.
You
to
can't
people.
even buy a soda with 50 cents a month.
You can buy ramen.
All right.
Well, he would get a lot more money, but my appearance fees are really high.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, they are. You're like Will Smith. I'm gonna have to cut you out of the next season.
Look, after the first belt, he gets an agent. So he's got two belts, which means, yes, Jeffrey, we know you're there.
Fees go up. Son of a bitch.
Yep.
But anyway, let's get into this week's TV. And the first thing we're going to talk about is Star Trek Discovery. Have you guys been watching Star Trek Discovery? No.
I mean, I watched the first 4 episodes.
All right. Well, I'm going to spoil a whole bunch of shit for you.
I heard like this latest one was ridiculously crazy.
It's oh my God, it is so good. Okay, when it first started out, I was not too crazy about Star Trek Discovery because I had the Orville, and I love the Orville. If you watch this show, you know I like the goddamn Orville.
No.
And I was watching Star Trek Discovery here and there, and I actually stopped watching it until something happened where some money got freed up. So the person who said he was never going to get CBS All Access got CBS All Access.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yep, sure did. So I started just going through Star Trek Discovery, and oh my God. First of all, we all know the ship travels by this spore drive,
Yes.
where they can just,
Go
we need
anywhere.
to be here, and they go there.
Yeah.
They had to work out some things to actually get the spore drive to work, but yeah, whatever. Watch it and you'll see what they have to do. They've done something with the show that I absolutely love in the Star Trek universe, and that is the Mirror Universe. The Mirror Universe is a very important part of Star Trek Discovery for some reason. Mm-hmm. And you find out that there's someone in this universe, let's say our universe, that is from the Mirror Universe.
Interesting.
And they've been here the whole time just like, love me, I'm Starfleet. Let me do this, let me do that. And that's why he could not be found in the Mirror Universe. So the other thing we have is they took a Klingon, shortened his limbs, all that stuff, wrapped a human skin over him, and pretty much did psychological whatever to imprint the human over the Klingon and sent him back to the humans.
Huh.
It
But
is
that's some Texas Chainsaw Massacre type shit. Like, bruh.
Like, how do you shorten limbs?
they future technology. They just went in there and said, okay, we're going to take your arm and cut here, cut out that much bone and just rejoin the bones right here and cut out here and the legs and torso and all that shit. and they turned a Klingon into a human.
So stay tuned for next week's episode of Star Trek Discovery, where they make a human centipede.
It's a lot. It's a lot like Cotton Hill. You know, he had his
Yeah.
shins blown off, but he can still walk.
I ain't got no shins.
He killed 50 men, but he can still walk around just fine.
Yeah, but the thing is that the story is actually really good. I know there are people out there who may still be, this isn't my Star Trek, this sucks. Why is there a woman in Star Trek running things?
With some natural hair, by the way.
With some natural.
She got some natural hair going. Girl.
My thing about it is I've never really been a Star Trek television fan. I love the movies, absolutely love them. But I've from the original series to Next Generation to whatever the
There's
other
so
ones
many.
were.
Deep Space Nine,
Deep Space Nine, Voyager, all those.
Enterprise.
I've just never watched them. I've seen a couple episodes of the Next Generation, but I'm just never been a Star Trek television fan. I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know.
I just think there's just so many episodes, and it's kind of hard to like keep up with it if you haven't been watching from the beginning, or at least for me, it always has been. But I've actually really liked Star Trek Discovery. I've enjoyed the heck out of it.
Yeah, the one that I did not like that much was Deep Space Nine when it started out. Once they started the whole Dominion War and the Romulans came in, that's when I was like, okay, this is getting good.
Yeah.
But that's because at the same time they had Babylon 5 on TV. And Babylon 5 was just a war. They started at war, and everyone was going to Babylon 5 and watching that. And Star Trek writers decided, hey, we need to change shit up because our show is boring. We need a war to break out. And a war broke out.
I think that's another good point for BC's case about really not being into it. If you're not really invested into Star Trek, it can be really boring.
Yeah. I mean, I started with the original series, which pieces here and there, whatever. And I watched
Which does not hold up today.
The Next Generation, and that was great. Patrick Stewart is my captain.
Yeah.
I'm original series.
You're a Kirk
Original
guy?
Yeah.
Kirk guy. Now, I went back and I did watch the entire original series. Now, I'm like,
He impregnated an entire galaxy.
the original series is good. You say it doesn't hold up. I think it kind
think
of
it
does.
does.
I didn't realize because I watched when the J.J. Abrams one came out. I rewatched all the movies in a row, and until then, my favorite was always Generations because it passed it over into the. You had both Kirk and Stewart, and you got that new cast. I always thought I was a new cast guy, and then rewatching all the old ones, I'm like, bro, that old cast was just so good, man. They're so dope.
Okay, well,
Scotty, bro, just Scotty.
my favorite and any other real Star Trek fan, the favorite is Wrath of Khan.
Khan!
See, that's not even. I don't even think Wrath of Khan's my favorite of the originals. I think when they go get the whale is kind of cool.
Really?
I love the whale. I love the damn whale, man. That thing's so funny.
Folks, that's his opinion. He likes. Really?
It was good. How do you not like that one? So good.
They went to go get whales from the past to take in the future to sing to some giant freaking space thing whale to say go home.
I liked it.
That was a good one. Son of a bitch. All right. So anyway, Star Trek Discovery. It's a great show.
Just gonna be back
Just
here
gonna
for a
sit back.
little bit.
Yeah, you want to stand there with any punches?
Yeah.
Great show. Sonequa Martin Green is great as Michael Burnham. She's starting to break out of that whole Vulcan training where she has like no emotion or she's holding back her emotion because she was, raised by surrogates, her daughter, so to speak. I like it. You should watch it if you get a chance. If you have the money to get CBS All Access.
If you know someone,
Or if you know someone.
My buddy gave me his CBS All Access. He's like, hey, man, you have
gave
to
you
watch
mine,
Star
too.
Trek. Oh, did you give me
Yeah,
yours?
yeah, they put it in the channel control chat.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But he literally like took my phone and put it on there. Now watch Star Trek. I'm like, okay. I watched Star Trek.
I think you'll enjoy it. I really
Haven't
do.
watched anything on the TBS one.
Because it is reminiscent of the movies. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that BC is just so busy winning titles and fighting intergalactic aliens. He's doing his own Star Trek thing.
He is.
He doesn't have to watch it.
Well, and another show he doesn't have time to watch is a show that I was pitching everybody to watch before this episode.
And I watched it last night.
Did you? Okay. It's called Counterpart, and it's on Stars.
I didn't watch that.
I know you didn't. You didn't even have to tell me in the pre-show meeting. I already knew. So Counterpart stars J.K. Simmons, and it's in a world where there is a kind of a mirror universe too, where something happened, like an explosion happened, and it caused a ripple in dimensions. And so, like, you go through this one door, and suddenly you're into the other dimension.
Yeah,
where
it's this one building where this ripple has happened.
Yeah. So this guy, J.K. Simmons, it's great because it just shows how great of an actor he is. Because when he's in our world, he's this frumpy, oh well, I'm never going to really do anything with my life. But,
he's a George McFly.
Yes,
basically.
Yeah, he's George McFly. He's not going to do anything. But then, they bring him in one day. And they said, hey, we need your help with something. And they bring in, this other guy for an interrogation. And it turns out to be his doppelganger. And his doppelganger is, a badass. And he's in, special ops and everything. And he's like, well, okay, yeah. Are you my counterpart? You're disappointing. It's fine. We need him still. But what's great is that, you find out that everything that this doppelganger has told frumpy J.K. Simmons is a lie. And so now you're like, okay, what are his motives? What's going on? It's still just the first episode, and they're trying to get their legs, but it's still I enjoyed it.
I thought it was great. The whole thing, let's say World A, the one where McFly Simmons is in, he seems to be that's like the weaker world or whatever, and everyone else coming over are taking out people in Universe A.
Yeah, there's an assassin that's coming around and is killing everybody that World B's J.K. Simmons loves in World A to send a message. So that's why they need frumpy J.K. Simmons, so that way they can use him as kind of a decoy.
As a decoy, yeah.
Yeah.
And the female assassin,
she's so fine.
Oh,
so fine. And deadly.
And deadly. Oh my god. She just calls one guy's name, bang.
Yeah. Not going to ask any questions.
No questions.
You're dead.
It's like, are you so-and-so? Yes, I am. Bang.
It's so good. I really enjoyed it. And I like, too, because, you could see it coming whenever he's going to the hospital, and he's like, I need you to tell me every single detail.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he didn't say anything about the flowers.
And that was one thing that I was thinking. Yes. He's not saying that.
Yeah. And then he stops to get the flowers, but I'm like, he didn't give the nurse the flower. Oh, crap. That's it. And then sure enough, there's no flower right there. And I thought the woman was going to walk on by. And then, no, she stops. She looks. She doesn't see a new flower at the desk. And she's like, oh, shit. Something's happening. Pulls out a gun. She's like,
she takes off her shoes.
Yes, takes off her shoes so she's not, loud. And then they just start a firefight in the middle of the hospital. It's so cool.
I think if you like Fringe, you may like this series. I mean, with the whole
Fringe
dimension
was
hopping,
supernatural, but yeah, this one,
the whole dimension hopping part. But anyway, we're gonna move along to our little superhero section, and we're gonna go through this real quickly. So, Supergirl, BC.
I actually really liked this episode much better than I liked the last episode. I didn't I hated the last episode. It really made me mad. But this one kind of picked it back up. I'm not a big fan of Livewire, so I don't care that they. Something happens to her, you know what I'm saying? The character didn't get redeemed for me or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, some stuff happened. But I feel really bad for Rain and how she doesn't know what's going on. What Rain the mom actually character doesn't know what's going on with Rain.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I like how they're starting to introduce the other, I guess, world killers. And I like the fact that they went all the way back to Fort Ross and they had a reason for why you couldn't bring men on the ship. They're like, well, they're gonna die, and okay, let's get a an all female team, and they were great. Livewire, like he said, I don't care about Livewire. I actually liked Psy. I liked her a little bit more, but and Saturn Girl is just so hot. But
I love her.
Yeah. Okay. So I also like the episode. I am one who I actually like Livewire, but I liked her more in the comics.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
no, the cartoon
I
series.
just had an issue with the
She was cool.
actress. I don't know.
yeah,
The
the
actress, you
actress,
don't like
and then the wig was obviously a wig, and I was like, it's just throwing me off.
Okay, and the other thing that I need to mention that was Jinda Kalraz, who the priestess they went to go see, Sarah Douglas, who played Ursa in Superman 2.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, that's her. The Flash.
Goldberg.
The
Goldberg.
one thing you take away from
Gold. I loved it. It was. I'm liking this season of the Flash. I love that Barry's like not able to be the Flash, and like that prison riot's breaking out, and he's just trying to like, no, I'm not gonna. All right, screw this shit. I can't deal with it. And he just runs. He puts everyone back in their cells. He's like, all right, there we go. Everything's good. I'm loving Elongated Man.
He still annoys the shit out of
Oh
me.
my god, I love him so much. He is so entertaining to me. So dope.
Okay.
No, I agree. I actually like him too, and this is what we've been talking about from the beginning of this season. That we didn't want Flash. We wanted everyone else to be highlighted.
Yeah.
And so I like that this guy. He's now learning how to be a superhero, and it's cool. And him and Cisco have a great connection. I don't like. I hated the villain because I really just hate Trickster's son.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I thought it was a decent episode. And yeah, Goldberg. Goldberg's he's such a beast.
And it's so weird that I guess like by name you get certain cells because the odds of Barry being in the same cell as his dad was is kind of.
I feel like the warden did that for a reason.
I guess just
Yeah, I know.
I had your daddy. Now you're gonna be in the same cell he was in.
I just love how it said, Henry was here, and he goes, so was Barry, and I'm like, okay, the next person that goes in there is gonna be like, that's lame. Like, who cares about you?
Okay, I mean, I thought the episode was I really don't like Elongated Man.
Yeah.
He's just annoying to me. They need to do some work on it. Maybe in the next episode, the preview looked good for it, but as far as this one, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Next show, Black Lightning.
Love it,
Black
love
Lightning
it,
is so
love
damn
it.
good.
So great.
Love it. Tobias Whale is the man.
Also, Nefessa is a lesbian, and I'm okay with that.
At the
I love the other daughter.
I know you do.
She's on. I am in.
I don't think she had that much of a role in this.
No,
latest
she did
episode,
not do a
but,
lot this
yeah.
one.
No, all she did was get drunk, and then the guy with her was like,
Yeah.
"You need to stop that shit. We need to get out of here."
That guy, I've
Blah,
seen
blah.
him before, and I cannot put my
Yeah,
finger on where
I
I've
haven't
seen
looked him up. I haven't looked up the people
Yeah.
in there. So, but anyway, that was a good episode. Arrow.
I loved Arrow. I thought this was a great. I love that they've split the team up now.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not to trust Vigilante. Like they've really got me going. I don't know whether or not I trust him.
I think you. I don't know. I kind of think you do.
I don't want to. I want
Yeah.
him to be a bad guy
Yeah.
because it just makes more sense to me. Like him actually being a good guy would really hurt that. I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I get it with the whole like him still wanting to be with Dinah and like realizing that the only way to do that is to be on the inside.
And I love. She wasn't much. She wasn't really in this episode. But I love Evil Laura this season.
She wasn't in this episode at
No,
all. But yeah.
God, I love her so
But
much.
this preview, the previews show that she is definitely going to be in there for the next.
Is she?
one. Yeah, she is.
Okay. I mean, I only watched last week's episode. I didn't watch this one. The way these weeks work out now on Thursdays, I don't watch TV. I don't get to it until much later. So, I mean, to talk about last week's, it was okay. I think what BC said, it was just leading on to episodes, just leading into what's to come. And yeah, that was it. I mean, I wasn't really blown away by it. I mean, it's Arrow.
Not to jump back, but you may have seen the kid from Black Lightning on Riverdale.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
where I
had-
saw him.
he
You're
was
right.
on there.
That's it. Okay. Thank you.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back, but I haven't seen this week's episode yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it either.
I'm not liking the season.
It started out good for me,
Yeah.
but I haven't watched it in a while now, so I got
So
a
it's
few
hitting
episodes
its
to go
usual like bumps.
Well, it's never hit that for me. I've always loved Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I just don't care. Like, they went to the future and they're in space and, like, stuff's happening. And I'm like, okay, like, there's stuff. All right, cool. I don't really care. Like, I just don't.
through. Okay. So that's it
Yeah.
for this. Next week we'll probably go through some of the other comic book shows like Lucifer, Happy, and
Love Lucifer.
so we'll talk about those. Yeah, I know you hate how we talk about Lucifer, but
Oh yes. Detective. Oh my.